Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to play a little bit of Spider-Man 2. I'm playing The Last of Us, which is a great game on PS3, and that is an amazing game. But where I'm at in that game now is a little bit depressing, so I wanted to play something a little lighthearted. And we're going to play this. We'll go with easy swinging. And the reason why I wanted to play this is because, you know, the Amazing Spider-Man 2 movie recently came out, and I want to give my thoughts and views on it and maybe hear back from you guys as well, see what you thought. But I don't want to get the Amazing Spider-Man 2 game for those of you who are like, well, why don't you just spoil the movie if that's what you're doing, and a review for that game, or not even a review, but a let's play, because that's what this is going to be, or a let's try. And it's like, well, why? I'm not sure, or I should say, A, I'm not sure I want that game, and B, may not be worth my money, and C, I already have this right here, so this is what we're going to do. I really enjoyed this game when it came out.
This is my story. It's the usual thing. Boy meets girl, boy loses girl, boy meets another girl. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I don't think my life is all flowers and romance, though. I wish. More and more my life is spent out here, fighting some of the worst the city has to offer. Sometimes it's just a mugger. Sometimes it's a bigger problem. This is the city I protect. New York City. It's my home. My playground. My responsibility. And this is Mary Jane. The girl next door. The girl I love. But love is a tricky thing when you live part of your life behind a mask. Fate handed me amazing powers, and I made a promise to use those powers to help people. With great power comes great responsibility. No matter how much I might wish things were different, there's only one Spider-Man.
Yeah, so normally I would skip stuff like that, but it's been a while since I've played this game. So it was nice to see that again. I'm just noticing with, you know...
Well, sequel time already, huh? Welcome back, I guess.
I'm just noticing
you miss me more than I miss you.
With PS3
anyway,
and...
things have changed around here since last time, so they dragged me back at great expense to explain what's up. First things first. You're not much of a wall crawler if you can't, you know, stick to walls. So here's what you do. You walk or run into a wall and hold the grab button. Voila. You stick to the wall.
Alright, Bruce. I think I remember. He's just going to keep talking. It's almost like a Jeep.
Moving right along, let's talk jumping.
It's almost like a GPS at this point.
And you'll charge your jump. This yellow bar shows how strong your jump will be.
Okay, so I forgot I was in tutorial mode. There's still more cutscenes, still more talking.
It's been quiet lately. Maybe my luck's finally changing.
Probably should have done the tutorial just so I remember what the heck I'm doing, but I don't think I'll be playing this all the way through. But anyways, like I was saying, you know, Tobey Maguire, when he first did the original Spider-Man movie that came out in the early 2000s, I was like, he doesn't quite look like him. But by the second movie, he grew on me.
Isn't it beautiful?
And the second movie is still my favorite of all the Spider-Man movies that have been released. When compared to the Amazing Spider-Man and Amazing Spider-Man 2, I still, you know, I find that more entertaining overall. Now I'll say this. In this new movie, it did feel a little overloaded with characters and subplots. I don't really care for Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. He's more of this...
Before we go any further, I think it might be a good idea to save your progress, if you can call it. Just go to the pause menu and bring up the saved load screen. Easy, right? Well, then do it.
Andrew Garfield is more of this hipster Spider-Man.
Oh no, Dr. Connor's class. I got so caught up in what I was doing, I forgot all about it. It's gonna kill me.
He's more of this hipster Spider-Man, and I just can't really relate to that guy in the way that I feel like I understood Peter Parker's Spider-Man all of these years. So maybe it's one of those things where it's like, hey, you got to go into these movies without any of the continuity that you expect from the comics and, you know, other series and things of that nature, but that's almost impossible. But I did enjoy the movie. A lot of other comic fanboys and friends and critics I saw slammed it, but it wasn't bad like they said it was. It just wasn't anything that, you know, if I were to go to the movies again, that I would pick to watch. I felt the movie was very predictable in the regards of, you know, the Gwen Stacy storyline and just the growth and evolution of these characters. It was just too simple, and I don't want to use the word boring because it wasn't boring, but it was just kind of like, I've seen this in a movie already before. Jamie Foxx, he did a decent job as Electro. A lot of people were on the fence about, you know, a guy of one race playing another, and it's like, well, if he's a good actor, he's a good actor. That stuff shouldn't matter. But regardless of what you thought about that, you can't say, you know, he was what, you know, was bad with the movie. Now, compared to the other Spider-Man movies, I think the chemistry between Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone was far superior to that of Tobey and Kirsten Dunst. Wow, so something's going on with this controller. It's the same problem I had in one of the Mario videos, where I think I have...
I was almost there, too. Sorry, Dr. Connors.
I think I have a short in the controller or something like that. I don't know. That'll have to be something I look at in the next coming days. I would just get up and switch to another one. Again, for those of you who haven't been watching the other Let's Plays, I am playing this on the Microsoft Xbox. Now, when I was younger, I had the PS2 version, and I really enjoyed that one. This one, I'm not sure if there's any differences from that game.
Let them get the case.
Give us the case and you won't get hurt.
But getting back to the movies, you know,
Let's clear out of here.
I'm not sure if Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone date or have dated in real life.
Blast! Spike!
I've been hearing rumors of that and been told that, but the chemistry there was awesome. And if, you know, she were to have dyed her hair red and could play Mary Jane, that would be awesome too.
Didn't your mom tell you not to hit girls?
I'm going to try to avoid saying things that would just give away the whole movie. I wanted to choose my words carefully with just the comment I made right there. But
secure.
it's a pretty straightforward Spider-Man movie. There's no major plot twist or whatever.
Looks like interference showed up.
Okay, so we got that briefcase at least. I wonder, no, I'll return this first and then check that out.
Hi, my name's Spider-Man, and I'll be your rescuer today.
Thank you so much for saving me. The briefcase, you got it back. Thank goodness.
Why did they want this so badly?
I'm sorry. I can't
See,
really
even
talk
here,
now.
Toby does his own lines.
Well, at least try to be more careful from now on.
And I felt the campiness of how he talks and says
Still make
things.
it before class ends.
Just, you know, I enjoyed that, even though I felt like the Spider-Man was funnier in the Amazing Spider-Man versus, you know, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. It just didn't resonate me with that way. It was like, yeah, Spider-Man should be this cool. He should be like, you know, that way. But the guy who did Harry Osborn, he did a decent job too. I like what they did with the Goblin and this movie. There were some little Easter eggs in there as well. Felicia, aka the Black Cat, being the assistant to his father, Norman.
I don't want to hear
And Spencer Smythe was played by B.J. Novak, aka Ryan from The Office. It'd be interesting to see if they bring him back for a future movie.
Yes, Dr.
The word on the street is they're going to have a Venom movie and possibly a Sinister Six movie. So we'll see where they're going from there. But if I were to rate it out of 10, maybe 6.8 out of 10. I think that's. I don't want to give it a 7, but you know, I'm not going to give it a 5 either. It's one of those movies where, you know, like I said, after seeing it, I don't think I need to see it in the movie theater again. Where I think Spider-Man 2, I could watch.
It's a good time for you to check your to-do list. It'll show you what you still need to do.
I could watch over and over again. Okay, they're forcing me to press start. Man, this controller really sucks. I just want to save. But, you know, this was better than the Amazing Spider-Man that came out a couple of years back. This was definitely a better movie than that. So that's also something positive.
You'll need to get over there at some point, but there's no rush.
I don't feel like there was enough screen time with Green Goblin. The motivations of these characters felt somewhat forced. But they corrected some of the things they did wrong in the first one. So with that said, I think I said all I really need to say about that movie. The box office showed that I wasn't alone in how I was thinking, because it got beat out by another movie the next weekend. You know, worldwide it did good, it did great, but as a Spider-Man movie, I'm sure Sony's like, you know, hey, we thought we were going to do a lot better than we did. But definitely not a bad movie. I'm not sure where all that negative talk comes from, but I feel like a lot of people who are familiar with the comic book lore at least wanted to see them try something different, and they did, but not enough to warrant a 2.5-hour movie, in my opinion.
This is a good time to talk a little about Hero Point.
I'm not sure I even want to start this pizza mission.
I got a bunch of pizzas to deliver, and you're late. Always, you are late. Well, now you have to hurry. Get going.
No problem. You can count on me.
Story of my life. I'm actually recording this before I go to work, and I might end up late today as well.
Pizza won't survive if I'm not careful. If I flip the pizzas, Mr. Aziz will flip out.
You made it, and on time. Good job.
That's it for the pizza. Now to get back and return the bag.
Well, that wasn't terribly bad. I remember the first time I did this, it didn't go so smoothly. I'm not sure how much time I had left, but I didn't do good.
Every pizza was delivered on time? This is good. When my customers are happy, I am happy too. Maybe I'll give you a bonus if you keep doing good.
I'm glad you're happy, Mr. Aziz. Thanks.
This makes me think of Aziz Ansari when he says that.
Whoa! Ah! Whoa!
The name of this chapter is what? I don't remember, but it's had something about punctuality, and they display that perfectly in this game. But this game is and was awesome. Yeah, it's a bit dated from how I remember it graphically, but graphics don't make a game entirely.
Hey, thanks for saving me.
You got it.
But the cheesy catchphrases they had in this game were awesome. I know he'd be like, "Good night, Gracie," or "Say good night, Gracie." That's just one of the things I remember from this game. That was it just kept me into it. It was like a Grand Theft Auto type environment, but you're Spider-Man. You got to really just
Still late.
go
Promised Harry and
all
MJ
over
that I
the
would meet
city
you.
and explore, and they encourage that. And that's what I enjoyed about this game. I know Treyarch did a couple of other Spider-Man games that I've got on the Wii that I could probably review and check out. But again, for those of you who are wishing to see Amazing Spider-Man 2 Let's Play, it's one of those things, well, I don't have a HD capture card either. No capture device to, get really good quality on it. I'm barely getting any quality, if you will, with what I have. But, yeah. Keep that in mind in the comments. So I'm not sure when I'll post this up, but it's been on my to-do list for a while. I was thinking about having a friend give their opinions and views as well on this video, but you can't wait for everyone. Sometimes you just gotta go ahead and do stuff. That's my advice for today. If there's something you want to do, don't wait on your friends. You may never get it done. Just go ahead and sometimes do stuff yourself if you have to. You're like, well, I don't want to go to the movies alone, or I don't want to go out to eat alone. You were born alone, you're going to die alone. You might get used to being comfortable being alone by yourself. So here we go.
Peter, you made it. Happy birthday.
Just
Hey, buddy.
can't stand her in this
MJ and I
movie
had
at
a
all.
bet going on whether you would actually show up.
Thanks, Harry.
One thing I have to keep reminding myself is that
I'm
actually
almost
was
afraid to
James
ask,
Franco who
what
played
is
the
that?
Goblin in
I
these
did,
movies.
of course. Okay, Harry, pay up.
All right, all right. Are you sleeping all right, Pete? You look beat.
Just some late nights.
Still palling around with that murdering bug?
Harry, I know you think Spider-Man killed your dad.
He did kill my dad. Someday I'll get him for it, too. Tell him that next time you see him.
Yeah, well... Hey, congratulations on those billboards, MJ.
Oh, thanks. It's so unexpected. Everything's happening at once. The billboards, the play, which you have to come see, by the way. I'll get you a ticket for your birthday. Can you swing by later and pick it up?
Huh? Oh, swing by, yeah. Thanks. Yeah, I
See,
promise I'll go.
those little subtle jokes work
So,
for me.
what's up at Oscorp lately?
I'm heading up special projects now. We've been providing funding and tritium for one of your heroes, Dr. Octavius. You want to meet him?
Do I? That would be great, Harry.
I'll set everything up then. Hey, come on, let's eat.
Man, that
All right.
food was good. I'm stuffed. I better
So-
burn off some calories or I won't fit in my costume anymore.
So with that said,
I can't even remember the last time I saw him.
we're going to go ahead and save. Not sure if I'll come back to this or not anytime soon. It's one of those things where There's a game I've already finished once before. Not a whole lot of motivation to come back to it. Unless it's something that, you know, hey, I could, you know, this doesn't require a lot of time and whatnot to record, but I just wanted to get my thoughts out real quick. Let me know what you thought of the movie, and if you haven't seen it, check it out when you can. Try to enjoy it, and I will see you next time.